Hello, this is Emily the Crunchy Coach, and I'm continuing my video series about bunion surgery. I've finished talking about how to prepare for bunion surgery, and especially deciding whether you really need to have the surgery done. And once you decide it, how to prepare for the actual surgery. In this video, I want to talk about what to expect the first 2 weeks post-op. Now, it's going to be different depending on where you live in the world and what kind of bunionectomy you have, because as I stated before, there are several kinds. Don't ask me what kind I had, I don't remember. I would have to go Google it. I had the kind where they shave the bone off. They shave the protruding bone off, and then they push it together and put a little screw in at the top of the toe. Whatever the name of that bunionectomy is, that's what I had. And so what I'm going to tell you may or may not fit. Some of the things will fit everybody. Some of them will only fit the people who are going to have my experience, which was being put in a surgical shoe. Here it is, my dark goal, immediately after the operation. My foot was very well padded and bandaged on the top and the bottom, and I wore the surgical shoe. Now my podiatrist had sold from her office a $35 cast protector, and I will put a link in the video. I'll put a link to the Amazon. I'll find it on Amazon for you, and I'll put a link to the actual product just in case your doctor doesn't have this, because the nurse told me that they had tried several different cast protector things that were similar to that one. That was the only one that actually kept its seal. So it is important that you get the right kind. So there was that. I was able to walk on my foot right away. I was able to take a shower. Now, I did not take an actual shower for about the first 5 or 6, maybe even 7 days. I mainly just washed my hair and did kind of sponge bath for the important parts that you want to keep clean. But it was because my foot would swell so quickly. And that's the first thing I want to talk with you. Right after the operation, the first week, your foot is going to be swollen all the time, even when you have it up. Now, it's going to be better when you have it up. And when I mean have it up, I mean you're lying down and your leg is elevated above your heart. That's how you need to have it the first couple of weeks whenever you are not standing up. And this is where it's going to be different from people who get put in a cast and are given crutches. Since I was put in the Darko shoe, I was given guidelines as to how much I should be on my feet each week. And it was 5 minutes out of every hour the first week, 10 minutes out of every hour the second week, 15 minutes every hour out of every hour the third week, and so on down the line. Now you can see why, if you are used to being very active or you're an athlete, how this can be an extremely frustrating time. It will hurt if you break those guidelines, if you're trying to be on your feet too much. Now, you won't necessarily undo the surgery or cause more injury, but it will be very painful. That being said, if you're a mother of small children, if you can at all afford it, I highly recommend that you hire a nanny or a light someone who will do some housekeeping, some babysitting for the first 5 to 7 days post-op. I wish I had. We have the money to have done so, and I wish I had. Happily, it was Thanksgiving week. It was the Monday before Thanksgiving when I had my surgery done, and my husband was able just to take the entire week off. It was frustrating, though, because he, being a man, he's not as picky about the way the house looks as I am. I had to coach him on how to prepare certain meals, and he had to take care of our son, who is a handful. So it was all around a very stressful time for the two of us, maybe for Benjamin too. But the first week is going to be hard. You're going to want to be lying down with your foot elevated as much as you can, and literally follow that rule. If you're going to be in a cast and crutches, you probably still need to have your foot up most of the time the first couple of weeks. By the way, if you are put in a cast, expect it to be very painful when the 3 weeks after you have the cast off. It's going to be painful to put your foot down because, let's face it, our body gets weak, and it easily adjusts to things not happening or things happening. So if you've been not using it for a while, it's going to be used to it, and it's going to be a lot more painful than just being put in this surgical shoe and being able to put your weight on it right away. The first week, it literally took me 3 minutes to shuffle to the bathroom and back. Now, the bathroom wasn't, I was in the family room, and the bathroom that works is on the other side of the house. So it's not like I was going 10 feet away. But still, it took me 3 whole minutes to go to the bathroom, do my business, and shuffle back. I called it the surgical shoe shuffle because I was literally just kind of sliding like that. That helped me avoid some pain. I did take Advil. I took ibuprofen, the surgery Monday night, several times Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning. And then I was done. Yeah, I did have pain later on. The next couple of weeks, I would have pain off and on when I overdid it. But it wasn't bad enough for me to have to take a medication. And again, I was home. I wasn't having to go to work. So you need to take that into account as well. So the second week was very much like the first week. And I did sink into a depression. And this happens to a lot of women. You feel like it's never going to get better. You're going to be lying down all the time, and life is just going to go on, and you're not going to ever have fun anymore. And it just sort of feels like that. But it will get better. The second week, you're so done with lying around that that you want to do more, and you try to do more. And I know a lot of women do this. Try to do more, and then it hurts, and then you get frustrated. So just relax. When you're 2 weeks post-op, keep relaxing. You should be able to be on your feet a little bit longer, but you still need to just relax. Have your foot up. I forgot to mention the ice. For about the first 4 or 5 days post-op, you're going to want to have ice on your foot, like 20 minutes on, 30 minutes off, or 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off, all day long. You do that the first 4 or 5 days. It helps a little bit temporarily with the swelling, but do it because your doctor says to do it, and it kind of feels good. What else? Your foot is going to be totally bruised for probably the 4 weeks. It's going to be really bad the first 3 weeks. Your entire foot is going to be black and blue. Your entire foot will be swollen the first couple weeks, not just the area of where they took the bunion off. Your entire foot, okay? I looked at my foot and I would think, oh, poor foot, you know. But this is normal. There's nothing going around. You don't have gangrene. Your foot's not about to fall off. That happens. The swelling and bruising happens all over your foot. So, anything else the first couple weeks? There was one more thing. I want to tell you that a trick that I learned my 4th day post-op. I was so frustrated with my husband and I having conflict that I decided, well, I'm at least going to do the dishes so he doesn't have to do the dishes. We happen to have 3 bar stools, they're really high chairs, because we have our kitchen counter on one side is arranged that you can put one of those bar stools up and sit on it and eat or work or whatever. And what I realized I could do was I could prop my left foot up on that bar stool, or I could sit down on one bar stool, prop my feet up on the other bar stool, and lean over and do the dishes. And a couple days later, I actually went back to fixing meals because I was able to do that with my foot. That helped me keep the swelling down, and I would hop around on my right foot, and it worked out. I ended up with a really strong right leg and a really atrophied left leg. But that happens, and after a few weeks, you start exercising again and get back in shape. Okay, the next video I'm going to talk about your 3rd and 4th week post-op. In the meantime, feel free to click the like button if you like this video or subscribe to my channel. Take care and be well.